What is going on, guys? Pro Pilot DE here, and today we are surprisingly not doing Battlefield 1, which is kind of contrary to my 2 videos ago, I believe, where I said that I was mostly going to do Battlefield 1 from this point on. Well, for diversity of content, I have found a newer game, which is kind of newer, obviously newer to my channel, since this is going to be the first video on it, but it's newer to the community. It's free to play, at least the Battle Royale mode is. And of course, if you already haven't guessed at this point, it is Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, before we kick this video off, I would just like to mention about the gameplay that's happening in the background here. This is my first real duos win. I mean, the first one I ever got was just the result of grenade spamming this random guy named Verbal Bulb. But back to what I was saying, I mean, it was me and my friend Jacob, aka Warlords. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for what's going on in the background. Now let me get to actually what's going to happen in the narration part of this video. Today I'm going to be talking about a few useful places slash strategy you can use while dropping out of that good old battle bus. So yeah, without further ado, I guess we should just get into that video. So I definitely have to say that the strategy I use the most would have to be the far away strategy, because that's the only like catchphrase I can think about for it. It basically consists of something really easy. You just got to get as far away from that battle bus as possibly possible, and that might risk even deploying your glider early, but sometimes it's really worth it. This strategy goes especially well when there is a big place, say Flush Factory is not really one that I'd go to, but maybe something like Salty Springs or Breezy Grove, somewhere around the edge of the map that's pretty far, like a solid half the map away from the battle bus. It's really good because a lot of people's logic is they want to get to the ground as fast as possible to get the loot. So this generally causes people to drop directly underneath the battle bus, or really near that line it makes when it first comes into the map. You know what I'm talking about, like that angle, because it can come either from the side, which will make it really good because that means it'll make more places further away, which will basically fit the criteria for what I'm saying, or in the middle, which it doesn't really work for the strategy as much. Either way, there still should be a solid opportunity for you to get far away from the battle bus and get away from the action, so you can start packing up some loot and get to that win easier. So yeah, pretty much that's the first strategy I'm going to be telling you guys about today. I mean, generally all you have to do is try to get as far away from the battle bus as possible. If you don't have to deploy your parachute early, it's always better to if you really need to, but if you don't really have to, just don't. But I guess now on to the second one. Now this next strategy that I'm about to tell you works best when you kind of pair it up or overlap it with the other strategy that I was telling you earlier. Now this strategy, another pretty bad nickname for it that I thought of, is called Outer Rim. Now, if you can't really gain what I'm trying to say from the nickname, well then let me tell you. What you are going to want to try to do is stay along that outer edge of the map. The biggest idea behind the strategy is really when you drop. If you overlay it with my past one, then it's going to be that obviously you aren't going to encounter that many people there. But also, the general main strategy is that once you land there, you only really have to attack / defend from one side. This also is a good counter strategy for people who try to go to the bigger places, grab one house, and then go to the outer rim. This is because when they come, you'll see them coming from a mile away, because you're pretty much always going to be looking in that direction, due to the fact that you really have no other direction to look at. The reason that this is not my first strategy is because this one isn't that good compared to the other one, because this has one fatal flaw, which is the fact that you are going to be further away from the original spawning point of the storm circle, or the storm eye, that is going to originally spawn in, and this is due to the fact that people, say, in the middle of the island are going to have a greater chance because they are going to be closer or more accessible to all the corners of the map, or not corners, more of the whole map in its entirety. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for the second strategy, and I guess now it's time for the third one. Now, for this third strategy, the crappy name is going to be Homestead Hunters. This is because this strategy mainly consists of the fact that you're going not to any of the named places, but to those small double or single houses that usually spawn with no chests, but can still give you that one good starter gun. Now, before we get on with the details of the third strategy that I'm going to be telling you guys about, I just want to mention the change of gameplay. This is this first duos one that I was talking about way earlier in the video. You know that one with verbal bulb. Yeah. So I guess now on to why the third strategy is quite useful. Now, with this third strategy, you want to do the same thing that you did with the second strategy. Well, I hope you did. And you kind of want to just take it and overlap it with the strategies of the first and second. So, with this being said, that means you'll want to find a single or double house that is generally far away and maybe on the outer rim of the map, so it'll minimize the chances of others being there. Now, this strategy isn't as effective as the first and second, which is obviously why it's not the first or second. So, with this strategy, like I said, you'll want to find one of those single or double houses, and you'll want to try and get all the loot from there, and maybe try and hit some more single or doubles, and then maybe try to go to one of the big places to kind of scavenge what's left, or maybe even find some stuff that wasn't, like some chests or good weapons that weren't looted yet. With this strategy being good as it is, there are still two flaws to it. As you can see, the flaws are getting bigger as we go down the scale. So, the two ones are the same one with the second one, the whole thing, how with the circle, the storm, whatever you want to call it, storm eye. And the other one is that you are probably not going to get the best guns from this. I mean, honestly, you're only going to the chances of a normal like rare or epic weapon spawning out of just nowhere with no chest is really low. And I mean, I know chests spawn out of some of these guys, but it's kind of not that common as it would be if you went to like a normal place. But like I said, the benefit is you'll get a longer survival time, and maybe you can scavenge like I said before. And, well, I'm pretty sure that's it for the strategy, and with that, I'm almost certain that that is it for the video. So, that means that we are going to do the thumbnail, the end screen, whatever you want to call it. But before that, I just want to mention that I would really like and appreciate it if you commented, liked, or subscribed on this video. So yeah, see you all until next video. So yeah, that was the video. It was quite hard because I reset all my progress once, but sorry I've been uploading a bit. It's been doing stuff pretty much every weekend. Well, yeah, do everything on the screen. Views are worth it. See ya.